Welcome to Integral Practice number 2. Today I'm going to talk about the 4 core areas of integral practice that you might want to use to design your own integral practice. And I like these 4 core areas. I get them from the Integral Life Practice that the Integral Institute set up. And I really like these 4 areas because I think they really embody the core things that you need in order to help yourself grow in all areas. So now I'm going to switch over to my mind mapping software so we can go through these together. All right, so here we are at the mind mapping software. This mind mapping software is called FreeMind. It's really cool. It's open source. It's made in Java, so you can get it on Mac, PC, and Linux. I like it for a lot of things. For brainstorming, it's really good. So we're going to start here in the middle. We're going to call our first node Integral Practice. And as I said in my first video, there's 4 core areas that I'm going to take from the Integral Life Practice that I believe are very important for really rounding out your evolution. And so those 4 areas are body, mind, spirit, and shadow. So let's start over here with body. You want to have a practice for your body that, of course, addresses nutrition and addresses exercise. And these are things that are very easy to overlook, and all you have to do is walk into a Walmart and you know that our society does not think about the body as much as it needs to. The body is too often neglected, and yet it is the foundation of our existence here in this physical world. It is the foundation of our experience here. It needs to be taken care of. I know that I have not always taken care of my body throughout the years, and very recently I have been seriously doing a lot of things to get my body back up to par. So with nutrition, there's so many places you can go with this. I'm going to give you a couple suggestions. Look into the paleo diet. And as silly as this sounds, look at the Atkins diet. I know that sounds like, you hear about the Atkins diet and you just think, weight loss, you think fad diet, but one of the fundamental problems with our society today is that we have way too many carbohydrates. We did not evolve eating the kinds of carbohydrates we have. So a lower carbohydrate diet, no refined sugars, is very good for your body. It's very good for lowering your risk of heart disease, but you have to study this. Don't take my word for it. Go out, do the research. It's all there. Okay, exercise. Exercise, of course, is very important. You want to design a workout that is practical for you, that doesn't overwork you, and that is efficient. And 2 forms of exercise that I recommend looking into, they're ones that I do, are high intensity interval training and high intensity training. And the high intensity interval training is a form of cardio. It's basically doing sprints, because you can do, by putting out more effort, you can use less time for your workout. High intensity training is a form of strength training that actually cuts down the amount of strength training you would have to do to possibly only 1 or 2 workouts per week, which is also very efficient. So these are efficient forms of exercise that also are very good at burning fat if that's what you need. And if not, it's very good at, improving your strength and improving your endurance in a short amount of time. So those are some areas you can look into, and there's other areas, but the important point is that you need to put down a plan for your nutrition and for your exercise. Now in the mind, there's 2 key areas that I would say that you need to work on. The first, of course, is just exercise of the mental kind. And that includes logic puzzles, Sudoku, things of that nature that allow you to really exercise your analytical mind. your problem solving, things of that nature. Keep that all sharp. And then you also want to expand your mind. And this is done through studying authors that you have contrary points to what you usually believe, talking with people like that, reading authors like that. The Pathless Path had a video very recently where he talked about moving beyond his comfort sphere of authors. And I thought it was a very good video. I'll link it up here. But it's got a very good he has a very good explanation of contrary points and learning about that, because multiple perspectives, taking on multiple perspectives is a very important practice, because that is really what evolves you to a better person. I am a completely different person than what I was, 5-10 years ago, because of taking on multiple perspectives. And you can do that through reading, but you can also do that through experiencing. You can do that through going places you've never been before and doing things you've never done before. These are all ways of expanding your mind. Over here in spirit, this is where we get into the things that people typically think of when they think of practice, such as meditation and contemplation, which could be prayer. It could be some form of journaling. But and there's tons of different kinds of meditation that you can choose to do. I recommend that you only choose one at a time. But awareness meditation is one that I enjoy doing. It's kind of like Zen, Zazen meditation, that kind of thing, Vipassana. And there are various other forms of meditation you can do. There's transcendental meditation. I'm trying to think of a few others. Walking meditation. But you get the idea. And this is going to help you explore the different states of consciousness. I can also put in here entheogens, because I believe that certain sacred plants, while they should not be the basis of your study, your consciousness study, I do think that they can assist you in a couple of ways. They help show you different states that you can be in, and they also tie in to this expanding your mind, taking on multiple perspectives type thing. So only legal entheogens, kids. Shadow is therapy. Shadow is psychology. Shadow is finding the parts of yourself that you have broken off, that you have dissociated with, so that you can regain your power. So under the shadow, you should be doing dream journaling or dream analysis. You want to do something like the 3-2-1 process, which I mentioned in my last video, which is a form of self-inquiry where you notice something outside yourself that is either bothering you or attracting you. And using this process, which I'm not going to explain here, you bring it back into yourself and recognize it as part of yourself, as a part of yourself that you dissociated with. It's a very powerful practice once you do it. I've done it before a couple times, and I can't think of a better way to do this. It was created by the Integral Institute. They have so many good thinkers in that whole group. There's so much good stuff that comes out of there. I just can't, emphasize that enough. But anyway, yeah. Body, mind, spirit, shadow. These are the 4 areas that I recommend that you create a practice for. And, do a mind map, write it down, do something, and try to do only one thing from each area for a while. And then as you move through that, then change it up and change your practice. I would say re-examine your practice every month or so, and even check in every week with yourself to see how you're doing. Another thing you can do is to keep a journal of your practice, so that you know how you're responding, so you can watch your own progress. You can go back a month, 2 months, 6 months, a year from now, and see how different you are. See how much you have grown. This is all about evolving yourself and becoming a better person, I think, and becoming a better spirit. And so I wish you the best of luck, and I'll see you on the next integral practice or whatever else I put out next.